So today we're going to do a making our own dream board that's all about us and our own inner selves. So before we begin, what you need is some paper, a pencil, a picture of yourself, and some colours. And you can use paints, you can use collage, you can use whatever you want. If you've just got felt tips, that's totally fine too. It doesn't matter, it just as long as you can get something on the page. And what I want you to do is set up all your space first so you're all ready to go. And then when you're ready to go, we're just going to take a few minutes and we're going to close our eyes and we're going to imagine what we'd really like our 2023 to be. What would we like to call in for ourselves? So I know you can't see me because I'm under here. But I'm sat closing my eyes now. And we're just going to imagine ourselves, our future selves. Sorry, I've got a tickle. Oh dear. I want us to imagine our future selves in 6 months' time from now. And as we sink down, we're going to just do a few deep breaths. We're going to breathe in and out. And in and out. And we're going to imagine what our future selves will be doing, what they'll be enjoying, what we'll be feeling. How will we be? And just settle that in your mind. How would you like yourself to be? What would you like to experience? What would you like to feel? And when you've got that in your mind, I want you to be gentle with yourself in this process. It's not about making perfect art or a perfect picture. It's just about having fun. So you're going to remember what you thought and you're going to look at your picture. Now, I'll tell you now, I'm terrible at faces. Really terrible at faces. So don't think this is going to be a masterpiece, because it isn't. I'm just going to get my roundy chin in there, or maybe I've made that a bit too round, but I do have a bit of extra plumpness going on, and that's totally fine. And I want you to draw yourself. So you're going to draw yourself on your page, and I'm just looking at the shape of my face really, and it's a bit tricky because I've actually taken a picture on an angle, which was a silly thing to do, but never mind, it's totally fine. And I'm just going to draw myself just lightly, like just the outlines and things where my hair is. I think I look more like, oh, did you ever watch Little Britain? I can't remember what they're called. And it was a woman, and she went to fat camp. Oh, what was she called? I can't remember. It was really bad actually. It was what was his name? George. Oh, I can't remember. I want to say George Dawes. He played George Dawes in where's it gone? That show with Vic Reeves. Anyway, it's him. Matt Lucas. Matt Lucas played this woman in Little Britain. She was a fat lady, and he wore like a fat suit. Oh, I can't remember her name. Something like Dolores, or it was something ridiculous anyway. It was really funny and probably really inappropriate actually when you think about it now. But I'm just drawing it, and this is not me. It's looking more like her. And that's totally fine, because we're going to colour over it anyway. I'm just trying to get a bit of a general shape. I told you I was rubbish at faces. I'm not very good at faces at all. So give this your best shot, and it's totally fine. Maybe this is what I'll look like in the future. Oh, that's worrying. But yeah, it's just the idea. So I'm showing you this because it just shows you that you know, I've been an artist for, God knows, 30 odd years, and I'm rubbish at faces. I'm really good at other stuff, but faces are not my thing at all. No matter how much I've tried, and I have practiced a lot, they're not. I don't know who this is on here, but it does not look like me. But we're just going to go with it, and we're going to be thinking, actually, it could be me in like 20 years. When I've totally had enough of making an effort. No, I don't really make much of an effort now either, to be fair. But anyway, that's not the point. The point is that we're going to imagine it's meant to be us in 6 months. Please, universe, I don't want to look like this in 6 months. But anyway, you get the idea, and I didn't actually think it was going to be as funny as this. I thought it'd be quite a serious thing for us to do and be all spiritual and stuff, but it is actually quite funny. So, yep, so that'll do for me. And then I've just got my scarf that's going around there because it's quite chilly today. Even though it's nearly spring, it is quite chilly. Oh dear, who is this? Who is this person? Frog Lady. That's what my nickname could be, Frog Lady. No, because then I'll be manifesting lots of frogs coming. We used to have a house back in Blackpool, and the garden was full of frogs. I loved it. We had a big fish tank that Tom had got spare, and we put all of the like stones and stuff in for the frogs. Anyway, I'm digressing. So once you've got your picture of yourself, whether it looks like you or not is another story. What we're going to do is we're going to fill our page and we're going to colour it in, and we can add things like scraps of paper and stuff, and we can add colour, and we can add whatever we want, and then we're going to leave some spaces. So what I want you to do is I want you to draw some boxes, like rectangles like this on your page, and you're not going to colour in those rectangles. You're just going to leave them blank, because at the end we're going to write in our affirmations and our visions that we want for 2023. So that's the idea. So I might put 6 just because then it's equal on either side. I'm a bit weird about not having equal numbers. So you're going to draw your boxes. They can be as big or as small as you want, and we're not going to colour them in. We're going to leave them bits blank. And then we just choose our colours and we start drawing. So I've got inktense pastels that you can add water to. I've also got some, they're called aqua markers. They're meant to be water based, you know, like you can add water. They don't work, so but these do. The inktense are the best, and I've got a big selection here, but I've also got, I started off with a tiny set, so they're by Derwent, and I really highly recommend them because they take water really well and the colours are really good as well. So I'm colouring this in with the colour. My hair was this colour when I was a child. That's how orange I was. My dad's nickname for me was Carrot Top when I was a little girl. I don't know why, because carrot tops are green, but I think it was meant to be because my hair was really bright orange. And then I realised last night when I was in the bathroom doing my teeth, I've got a massive patch of grey hair coming on the side, just above my ear, and I was like, no, my beautiful auburn hair. And I did think I was going to embrace the grey. I thought I'd really embrace having grey hair, but actually now I've got a patch of it, I'm like, no, I just don't want to embrace it just quite yet. So I will be dyeing it. What is happening here with my hair? This is a funny lady. I tell you something, if nothing else, she's going to make me smile every time I see her. That is for sure. She really will. What? I don't even know. I don't even know what's going on. Yeah, my hair is not like that now. Is that going to be too dark? I might just test that on a little bit of paper to see what kind of colour that comes out like. Oh no, that's quite alright actually. So we'll use this for a bit of skin colour. This is what Tom's got to look forward to when I get older. I'll show him this later when he's finished work. This is your dream lady. It's a good job I don't try and make a living out of portrait, isn't it? I wouldn't get very far. No, not at all. I think though, it came when I was a kid and I was at school doing art and stuff. I think it was like instilled in me then that portraits are the hardest thing to do, so I avoided them, and I've avoided them ever since. And like I say, I have tried a few times, but they're just no, they're just not my thing, and that's totally fine. But she is making me smile, and the whole point about it is to have fun. That is the whole point of it. It's not about a perfect thing. It's just to have fun and allow yourself this little hour of creativity that you wouldn't normally get, to give yourself permission for. I'm just going to move my tea. Oh, I do like a cup of tea. I take mine's decaffeinated, and I have it with oat milk. That's what I like, the decaf brew with oat milk. So I'm just drawing with my markers, her glasses, my glasses even, aren't they? Just because it's easier than doing it with a paintbrush. It's quite funny this, I quite like this freedom I'm giving myself to create as I'm going along. And I hope you are feeling that freedom too. I hope you're not overthinking it and thinking how it should be or how it should look, because it's not about that. It's just about creating. And just having a little bit of time to draw and play. And like I said in the beginning, use whatever you've got, whatever materials you've got. It's totally fine. I really like these ink sticks because you can use them quickly and roughly, and they feel nice as well. They feel a little bit waxy, but not like a wax crayon, but they do have a nice feeling to them. So yeah, I do like using them. Just gonna give myself a little bit of a cheek colour. That's like when I've walked up the stairs. We've got 3 flights here right to the top. In the old house we lived in, there was 3 flights as well, and the toilet was right at the top, which was very annoying. In fact, there was 4 flights if I was in my studio in the basement. That was far, very far to go. So I'm glad that the bathroom in this house is just on the middle floor, which is better. So you can see how quick I'm being and how roughly I'm just adding some colour. I'm not being particular about it or, strict about it in any way. Just adding some colour. So whatever you've got, if you've got pencil crayons or paint or felt tips, just be quick. Just be quick about it and just allow yourself that speed. It's not perfection. Creativity is not about perfection, it's just about enjoying the moment and enjoying the materials. And if the video just like wobbled, then I'm really sorry. I hit the tripod with my elbow. I'm going to invest in one of those over the head things, that you can put your, I don't know what they're called, they're like a stand thing that comes over the top. I'm going to invest in one of them when I can. So now I've done her, I'm going to do a bit of shading actually. Let's do a little bit of shading, a little bit of nose shading and a bit of my creases. chin. I like that actually. Let's do a bit of that. Oh dear, giving myself a moustache now. It's actually quite amusing because the other day I looked in the mirror and the sunlight was in the bathroom coming onto my face, and I had this really long hair. It was massive. It was like a white hair, and it was sticking out from like my neck. So it was almost like a see-through hair, weirdly. And yeah, it was huge, so I had to chop it off. I've just realised I've got no eyebrows. Now, that's probably because they're hidden behind the glasses. Let's have a little look. Oh, a bit above my glasses, but not very much. Oop. So a little bit above and a little bit below. A little bit unruly, and that's totally fine. So let's blend that in a little bit. There we go. So it's not me, it doesn't look like me, but it's fine. It's all good on the creative hood. That's cheesy, isn't it? So now we are going to, now we've done that bit, we're going to work on the background. And the background can be anything you like it to be, anything at all. So I'm going to show you closer up. This is me in the future as an old granny. Hello, it's me, Robbie. So I'm going to now work on the background and all different colours, and just take your time with it and have fun. So this is what it's like so far. I've done the background, I've added some cut out things and a couple of sequins, and you can add whatever you like. And now I'm going to think about what I want to write in the boxes. So now I've got the background ready, I'm going to think about the words that I was thinking about in the little quick meditation at the beginning. And if you can't think of them or you can't remember them, it's nice to just go back into that state of the deep breathing and imagine what you want and what you desire and what you're going to be for the future. And then you can either use ink stampers or pen or whatever you want to fill in the boxes. I'm just going to use pen. So in the year ahead for me, I would like a healthy body. That's really important to me this year coming. A healthy body. And I would like peacefulness as well. I'd like more peace in my life. So I'm going to write peaceful life. And also plenty. I'd like plenty of abundance. I'd like plenty of love. I'd like plenty adventures. Yeah, plenty I think. And I would also, the next 6 months I would also like adventures. Yes, adventures. really like adventures. And I would like to have more energy. So I'm going to write that as an affirmation. I am always full of energy. Yes, that's what I'd like. And what else? It's full of energy. Ooh. I'm going to go back in. And see. I'm just going to close my eyes and do some breaths. Strong. I'd like to be stronger. So that's physically stronger. I'm already mentally stronger. Stronger physically. Because when I take the dog out for a big walk, I'm shattered. So I'd like to be physically stronger. And then you can decorate these however you want. You can like make them bolder or add swirly bits to them. Whatever you want to do to make them stand out. Now, just like a normal vision board where you are going to envisage what you'd like to bring into your life, you know, like a house or a dream partner or whatever it is. This is like your own personal vision board for you. So this is specifically for you and your body and your mind and your soul. So this is completely just for you. I'm just going over these letters to make them a bit darker. And you can use things like cut out of magazines if you wanted to, if you didn't want to write. You could snip out words and stuff out of magazines. That's always quite fun to do. The other way, if you had a printer, if you couldn't draw yourself, you could print a picture of yourself out and stick that in the middle. So you could do that as well, if that was a better option for you. Or you could print a picture of you, like a black and white, stick it in the middle and then paint over the top of it. That's quite fun to do. Plenty is because I always have just enough. I'm really good at manifesting just enough. But actually sometimes I'd like more than enough. I'd like plenty, so it just make life a little bit easier. So that's what my plenty's about. And my energy, one day I've got tons of energy and I can get loads done. And the next day I'm absolutely shattered. Like yesterday I went out with a new lady. She's a creative lady. And it was beautiful, it was lovely, I had a really nice time. But this morning, just absolutely exhausted from peopling. And I was in town as well, and that always tires me out because of all everyone's energies. So I'd like it to be more even, a more evenly balanced energy, if that's possible. And adventures, I love going to new places. And exploring and seeing things that you've never seen before. So that is me, my vision of me for the future. Please share yours if you feel comfortable, and you can explain what your words mean. And yeah, it'd be lovely to see what you make as well. So here's my finished future me. Future me, Come and bring me all the things that I desire. Future me, I hope you don't look like this really.